Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJL Network presents a special unboxing tonight. First of all, of course, happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there, to all my wonderful subscribers and chatters and all that stuff. As today we do an unboxing, So I received this today. Actually, I was going to get it on Friday, but truth of the matter was, this was really supposed to be here weeks ago, but it took a while for them to finally get it to me. But they officially pretty much did. So today we have an unboxing, and of course, as I said, a happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there. I know I have not streamed anything since the State of the Network address about a couple of weeks ago. Just trying to give the voice box a rest, because you guys know that inside pitch does take a lot out of me. So that's why now I've decided, as I said, for inside pitch, I'm only going to do 2 seasons a year, and we start a season in January and we start a season in July. Since so I know you guys will always be looking forward to inside pitch. But we still got another month before we get to that, though. The 1988 season is our next season for inside pitch. And, well, I'm looking forward to that one. And, of course, that was voted on by you guys. But tonight, it's not about inside pitch. It's about an unboxing. So hopefully I have some people out here hoping to see what I'm going to try to stream here in the next few weeks, since I don't start the next season inside pitch until January 9th. That'll be the starting opening day for the 88 season. And, of course, I do have a demo game scheduled for New Year's Day, January 1st. So please do not miss the demo game if you guys are looking forward to seeing how the game is played, as that's just a slow version. But here we're gonna do some unboxing here. So of course we start with, well, a box. So we got a box. So as I said, this just came in. So let's see what's inside the box. And what's inside the box is a bag or paper here or something like that. So let's see what we have here. Let's move the box off a little bit here, and we'll see what we have. So trying to add to the channel, to the network, not very easy sometimes because of the limited space that you see I have here. I really don't have much space to work with, but with this game, I'm pretty sure that I can go ahead and get this on the board in some way. So we hereby unbox. Been waiting for this for about a month since it was released. I kickstarted this about last year. So now joining RJL Network, hopefully I'll get some streaming done to it, will be Spruance Leader, the Cold War Fleet Combat Solitaire Strategy Game. This finally showed up. I'm a big fan. Of course, if you guys know, I'm also a big fan of World War II, but I'm also a fan of modern naval warfare. I have copies of modern naval battles and things like that. But when I saw that DVG was going ahead and releasing this, I immediately had to kickstart it, because this is something that is one of my interests, is modern naval combat. I love cruisers. I love battleships. I love aircraft carriers. I love submarines. I just love naval warfare in general. And I like modern naval warfare with the Soviet ships and such. And everything is good. So we got Spruance Leader, and we did get all the other expansions that were available. So we also have the Allies expansion. We have the Submarines expansion, and we have the Carriers expansion. So these are all 3 expansions available for the main game and Spruance Leader. And I did go ahead and get all of these, and I wanted it all. Usually, you guys know me, I'm a completist. So if I'm a completist. So if I order something, I want to make sure I get everything as possible. And so I wanted to go ahead. When I saw this, I wanted to get this definitely. and I'm very happy it finally showed up. It took about a month before I finally got it. And I had to email them to find out what was up because a lot of people were getting theirs and I wasn't getting mine yet. I did kickstart it a little late. That could have been the reason. But after a couple of emails, they finally took care of it and finally sent me my copy. Brian Patterson, good to see you in the chat. Happy Thanksgiving to you, my good friend. So we're doing Spruance Leader. So let's have a look at this thing, shall we? And I think we'll start with the, I guess we'll start with the main box. Makes some sense, I guess. And then we'll take a look at the, expansions. I don't have any room in my room, as a matter of fact, for any of this stuff. I got to get some storage. I got way too much garbage. Well, I shouldn't say garbage, but right? And yes, I was a squid. Absolutely, I did serve in the United States Navy a long time ago. A very long time ago, I guess I should say. God, I feel old. But yes, I did serve in the United States Navy and was a squid, of course. Served on board a carrier and the USS Carl Vinson, as a matter of fact, which is being decommissioned. That just, you're old when you served in the Navy and your ship is being decommissioned. You're old when that happens. Sean 1113 joins us here for a little unboxing. If you guys were expecting Inside Pitch, I do apologize. Remember, Inside Pitch will return in January. The 1988 season is going to be an absolute blast. But then again, they all are. Dwayne Martz joins us now. So we have Spruance Leader, the Cold War Fleet Combat Solitaire Strategy game. It is already getting rave reviews. However, of course, like every new game that comes out, there already is errors, and so there are errors in the game already. Dean, the creator of this game, was already released an errata, but pretty much with some of the stuff that was done, do not be surprised if you guys get a copy of this. Do not be surprised in the future an errata pack or a second edition becomes available. He does want to go even bigger than this. He wants Spruance Leader to be something really, really special. And he really loves how this game turned out. So let's go ahead and open the box and see what we get. We'll start with the Spruance Leader rulebook. I like the glossy paper it's put on. Pretty readable. I like the color. Nice done in colors. Optional rules and such. I've already watched some of the videos done by Dean Smith, who actually is the who created the game. I've actually already seen that. He's already done some videos and such. And or Dean Brown. I'm sorry, what did I say? Dean Smith, Dean Brown. I'm thinking Dean Smith. Dean Brown. So it's a nice, solid rule book. It's printed on glossy paper. It's not cheap. It's good stuff. It's supposed to be as easy. It's supposed to be pretty. You can play it and make it as easy or as hard as you want. There are optional rules and such. And here's the main game board. Careful. There's the game board. Now, of course, as you know, it doesn't. You can't. I have my camera set up. I have my camera set up at the inside pitch view angle. Usually, when I have something like this, of course, I'm more zoomed out, so you can't see. But of course, if I do this, this board is pretty much the same size as the Tiger Leader board is. It's the same size, really is the same size of the Tiger Leader board. Okay, so same size of the Tiger Leader. So really not much different. Good to see you, Mr. Robert Bryant. Happy Thanksgiving to you as well. So, everything's all listed here. I'll go through the rules, hoping maybe I can stream a game sometime next week. I doubt I'll do it over the weekend because we got lots of football still. But I want to get some streaming of this game done. Maybe in December. And before, and enjoy some of this before we go back to inside pitch for another few months. But yes, it's well done. Well done. And the Spruance Leader Task Force log. So pretty much, if any of you guys know how to play the Leader Series, it's pretty much the same thing as the Leader Series. Stress, shaken, buying ordnance, choosing your forces, mission targets. It's pretty much the same thing as Tiger Leader, Corsair Leader, Zero Leader, Sherman Leader. It uses the same kind of system that the same kind of system that all the leader forces use. And let's see here, actions and such. Basic campaign sequence of play. Here are the campaigns that come with the game. These already made an errata. He's already made an errata for these. He's already made an errata for some of these already, which I already download. But still, different types of campaigns. You can play link campaigns here. Atlantic War, fight Atlantic War and such. Go ahead and sink the Soviet battlecruiser Kirov, which is this campaign I'll definitely want to play. ID Jester joins us here. Happy Thanksgiving to you and yours there, Kirk. Yes, ID Jester, I finally bought, just like you, I finally got some junk. Because all you get is junk. Remember, I get stuff, Jester. You get junk. I get stuff and you get junk. We got the counters. Jeremy Brooks joins us here. Like I said, I haven't streamed in a couple of weeks, but as I said, trying to take some time off. This is Spruance Leader ID Jester, something I kickstarted, which I thoroughly couldn't wait for to play. I really wanted to play this. I do like, as much as I love World War II, which I do, World War II is my favorite time of history, but I do like modern naval combat from the Cold War era. I do like that also. And I hear they're going to do a World War II version of this, which I think may be called Essex Leader, and that will definitely be a pickup for me as well. We got all these counters and stuff. The counters, as I will get that on the channel. Don't worry, ID Jester. This is something I do intend to stream. I will be able to stream it. It's like playing Tiger Leader and Sherman Leader. The board will fit. As usual, DVG, when it comes to quality, they're pretty darn good. The quality of the counters is excellent as usual. I know Kirk at ID Jester will never have anything bad to say about DVG quality. He has gotten many a game from DVG as well. So I know he has nothing bad to say about DVG quality. He will say their quality is excellent when it comes to their manufacture of their stuff. There's some cards. I don't know if I want to open them up just yet. There's some cards here, like, let's see here, like Virginia class cruiser, a ship you can command. Tony's Board Life joins us here. An honor to have Tony's Board Life. Yes, I know you own 10 games from DVG, and they mostly do a really good job on the quality. That is correct. Here's the USS Virginia, one of the ships you can command, a Virginia class cruiser from the 70s and such. On the other side here, it's a typical leader game there, Tony's Board Life. It's a typical leader game. So if you know how to play Sherman Leader and Tiger Leader and B-17 Leader, Zero Leader, Corsair Leader, playing Spruance leader is pretty much the same thing. There really isn't much difference, except of course for the time period and such. And you know, you got your task force commander here. Another ship here, the Knox class frigate. Knox class frigate, USS Cook. Tony's playing Thunderbolt leader. Yeah, Thunderbolt Apache leader is considered as one of their Thunderbolt Apache leader is considered one of their top games, one of the top leader series games. And some enemy sub cards and target cards. One of the things you can go is go after a Foxtrot class submarine. You know what? Let's open. Let me open up here real quick. Hold on a second. Let's see here. Let's see. It's good to see everybody, by the way. Really is good to see everybody. I missed all you guys since I ended the inside pitch season. This is Kirk, Barbie. This is Callahan. Ooh, Battleship Missouri. There you go. USS Battleship Missouri. Iowa class battleship, of course. Pacific Theater. Shows you what year the ship was available. Like the Knox class frigates were big. This was built. The USS Cook was built in 1971. And of course, your typical, as I said, your typical leader game: average, skilled, veteran, that kind of thing. Oh, German, even some non-United States ships like the Lugens class destroyer, the Lugens D-185, which of course, for those of you who know a little bit about your World War II history, Admiral Lugens was on the battleship Bismarck when it was sunk. He was killed during the hunt for the Bismarck in May of 1941. Some ships here: Ticonderoga class cruisers, Spruance class destroyer, hence of course the name of the game, Spruance leader. Helicopters as well. You can command helicopters to sink enemy subs. Even some mine countermeasure ships and support ships and such. I'm going to have to sleeve these, and I have sleeves. I'm probably going to want to sleeve these, so I'll probably sleeve them. Task force commanders and such. And event cards. Just like event cards from what do you call it? From other games. They all have before the battle and after the battle. Let's look on this one. Hope everyone will have a happy Thanksgiving. I am cooking tomorrow, so. And as much as Brian Patterson, who of course is in the chat, wanted me to do an unboxing maybe for Thanksgiving, I said nope, because I am cooking, and we got football to watch tomorrow, of course. And although Tony's Board Life Detroit Lions are playing tomorrow, and although they are not the best team in the NFL, however, the Lions always seem to play well on Thanksgiving. Let's see here. USS Spruance, Scott, Dewey, Vogel, US Vogue, Valdez. Whole bunch of ships. Iowa class. Your oven died yesterday, and parent came out today and said they don't make that part anymore, so I have no way to cook dinner. Oh, man. How can your oven die on Thanksgiving, Kirk? Dang. Well, I guess you got to get a new oven. The pictures look pretty much up to date. Of course, these are games from the Cold War era, from the 80s, where I was growing up. Let's see here. Oh, dying. No wonder it wouldn't fit. Let's have a look at some of these, shall we? Error code E5. Yeah, the wife has been looking all day online for one kid that she likes. Good thing I got sleeves. Although I have sleeves for Marvel Champions, but I'm still sleeving all the new Marvel Champion stuff I have. I want to do some Marvel Champions too, but I really wanted to do Spruance Leader. So let's see what targets we have here. Let's see what we got here. So target cards. Let's see. Let's see here. Target cards. So different types of target cards. 40 targets. That's pretty good, actually. That's a lot. That's a lot of replayability right there. A lot of replayability. Let's see here. Enemy ship cards. Sensor performance cards, which I know are used in this for the submarine expansion, which I do have. And enemy subs. Enemy sub cards. Enemy ships. Colossus class carrier. Brooklyn class cruiser, the Belgrano, that's Argentina. These are Argentina ships, probably for the Falkland Islands for the Falkland Islands campaign. Yeah, these are Argentinian ships. Enemy ships for that. Let's see here, enemy subs, Foxtrot class, Kilo class, the dreaded Alpha class sub, the dreaded Akula class sub, which is pretty much an advanced Alpha. There's your Typhoon class. There's your Red October right there. Typhoon class. There's your Red October ship. You know, today the funny thing is about all the Typhoon classes in the Russian Navy. They're all decommissioned, or at least they pretty much are all decommissioned. Most of them right now are all cargo ships. The Typhoon class subs are all cargo ship, are all pretty much cargo vessels right now. I mean, I hate to say this, but the Russian Navy is not what it once was. Since the Berlin Wall came down, the Russian Navy is not what it once was. And if any Russians are watching, I do apologize, but I speak the truth. I think I speak the truth. Russian Navy is not what it once was. It's still powerful, yes, still pretty big, but a lot of their top warships were decommissioned. Let's see here. Steeler fan joins us here. Good old Matt, who I'm sure Matt is still basking in the glow of his Houston Astros championship. And a well-deserved championship it was. Let's see what we got here. So we have more task force commanders for, let's see, more task force commanders for the game. Mm-hmm. And we got here encounter cards. Types of encounter cards here that you can see. And here are the Russian ships. Some more enemies, one more enemy sub. And now we have some enemy ships. The Kiev class helicopter carrier Minsk. It's really not. It's classed as an aircraft carrier. It really isn't. The Kiev class aircraft carriers, from the Soviet Navy, from the Russian Navy, really weren't true aircraft carriers. They were more really like helicopter carrying cruisers in a way. Really, what they really were. But they are classed as an aircraft carrier. But they really were just helicopter and VTOL class carriers, what they really were. And there, of course, is the battle cruiser Kalinin, the Kirov class. The Kirov classes where the United States pretty much was the only nation to have battleships. The Russian Navy was pretty much the only nation to have battle cruisers, and the Kirov class is classed as a battle cruiser. A guided missile battle cruiser, BCGN is what they really are supposed to be classed as. And there were 4 of those ships built. The Kirov was the main ship, the Frunze, the Kalinin, and there was one more ship that was, I forget the name of. Slava class, Krivak class. There's the Kirov. That's the main ship right there, the Kirov class. Utiloi class destroyers. See, here's where they made a few errors here. Some of the errors that were made in the game, unfortunately. Here is and I caught this. I don't know if it was because they didn't really research their stuff, but here is the guided missile destroyer Admiral Tributes, and that's supposed to be a Utiloi class destroyer. Well, here is the guided missile destroyer Sovremeny, which is Sovremeny class destroyer. As you see, the pictures are exactly identical. This is the Utiloi class. That is also a Utiloi that did not get a Sovremeny class picture on these cards. So there were definitely some quality control that they did mess up already that I did catch when I was watching some of the unboxing videos. As I noticed that this picture is the same as this. I'm sorry, a Sovremeny class ship is completely different from a Utiloi class ship. But either way, that's, you know what, for now, that's fine. Maybe they'll do a errata or a second edition to fix it. But it doesn't take anything really away from the game. But it is something I did know. It is something I did notice. It is something I did notice when I saw it. There's the Moskva. There's the Moskva, and no, this is not the Moskva that was sunk in the Ukraine war. That is not the same ship. That ship. That was a cruiser. I think that was a Slava class, if I'm right. I think that was a Slava class cruiser. Yeah, it was actually it was a Leningrad. It was a I think it was a destroyer, wasn't it? Yeah, it was a Slava. Yeah, it was a Slava class cruiser. The ship that was sunk by the Ukraine, or whether they did sink it or not, but that was a Slava class cruiser, is what that ship was. So I'm pretty sure they have Slava class because Slava was in Kara, Crester 2, Krivak. Pretty sure they may have Slava. I know. Here you go. Here's a Slava class cruiser right here. That's a Slava class cruiser. That is the class of ship that was sunk. That was by the Moskva. Moskva was sunk in several months ago by Ukraine or by something like that, but it was a Slava class cruiser, which was supposed to be the flagship of that fleet. So I do intend to get this on the board. I will. I'm probably going to wind up sleeving these cards and get them all sleeved. Typical, what do you call it? Typical counter quality. Very thick. Like ID Jester said, the quality from DVG is pretty outstanding. It's not flimsy stuff. It's very thick stuff. It's very clear. There's RJ. There's Philip Reynolds. Good to see you, sir. But yes, it's very thick material. It'll take me a while to sort all this out. What I might just do is I might just sort out the first introductory campaign, which I probably will play. The easy one, the easy campaign is supposed to be this one, North Atlantic Skirmishes, Cold War, 1988. This is what they consider the introductory campaign, so I probably will be playing this one to start. So, Spruance leader there, Philip Reynolds. Spruance leader. Not another ID Jester. Oh, you be quiet. You be quiet. So that is Spruance leader. Now let's have a look at the others. Let's take a look at the submarines expansion next. So I got the submarines expansion as well. I got it all. I got it all. You know, really, I just had to get it all. I'm a completist. Has anyone here ever played Starfleet Battles? I'm actually thinking of picking up the entire line because I haven't played the game in so long, and I have been able to solo it. Starfleet Battles is a favorite of mine as well from the old days. So here is the Spruance Leader submarine expansion. The thing about it is that these are not just expansions. These are really whole new games. I mean, it's not like it's expansion. I mean, where you just add stuff to the game. It really is, it's not in other words, if you're playing Spruance Leader, but you're playing submarine expansion, you're playing submarines is what you're doing. It's really a whole new game. It's really a whole new game when you play an expansion. What they're telling me, though, is they said you should play the core game first before you move on to any other expansions, which I agree with. So here's, campaigns for the subs. And look at this. You get actually different sheets. Here you are, different ones. But look at this here. You get different sheets for each sub. So if you command a permit class or a Los Angeles class improved, Los Angeles class or Sturgeon class, you use a different sheet because each ship is different. Each submarine is different. So it gives you, its own sheet. And as usual, good quality. Good quality from DVG. They don't make junk. I just wish they'd be a bit more quality control conscious when it comes to certain things, but that's all right. And here's your counters. Subs are in command. Very nice and thick. More counters. Submarines you can command here. Torpedoes, mines, first skill. That's cool. Commander, first officer, SSN skill. Reminds me of Reminds me of Silent Victory. I know ID Jester played Silent Victory from GMT, the Japanese, the United States war against Japan in the Pacific submarine game, which I do have a copy of and I love. I haven't played it in a while, but I loved it. I prefer I prefer I prefer United States. I usually really prefer the United States versus Japan over Germany versus everyone else. Although I do have a copy of Gator Leader. And here you get this, which actually goes on top of the board. So you get different things here on top of the board. So this goes on the board. And some cards. Some more cards. Los Angeles class. More targets, too. Oh, let's have a look. Let's see what targets. Let's see what we get in these cards here, shall we? Yeah, ID Jester, you usually don't stick with one game for long. But in a way, okay, Kirk, in a way, that's all right. Because in a way, what you're doing is you're showing a lot of people how the game is, how a certain game is played. You know, you're showing a lot of people how the game is played, and usually people will make their decision if they want to get a copy themselves or something. I mean, because you're all over the place, Kirk. You're all over the place, and that's the one thing about you. You're kind of like the Al Red Sox fan of wargaming, fantasy gaming, and such and stuff like that. Where Al Red Sox fan, of course, sticks with sports because he doesn't really do any wargaming. He doesn't do that, and that's fine. Okay, but you do pretty much everything else. More submarines there. There's your there's the Red November, which is supposed to be a scenario where this is supposed to be the Red October. I guess supposed to be the Red October. Some more sub commanders. You give me a Soviet commander, I guess here. Oh, a Soviet commander. Interesting. Here's your more sub sensor performances. And some more target cards. Special Forces deployment, lay mines, escort. Pretty cool. Played your 82nd different game this year on your channel, Space Infantry. I watched that there, Kirk, and that looked pretty interesting to me. That looked pretty darn interesting to me, sir. It truly did. All right, so that's the submarine expansion. There's a submarine expansion. Put the cards back in there. Pretty cool. Let's have a look at the carriers expansion. This also is like its own game. So if you want to play, the one thing about Spruance Leader, as I said, it's very versatile. If you want to play surface action, you would play the core. You would play the core box. If you want to play submarines, you'd play the submarine expansion. And if you want to play carriers, you play. If you want to play aircraft carriers, which is actually something I really, really would rather play, you can play the carrier expansions. And it's all different. How each card is different and how each game is played is different depending on the expansion. How about that? So you get some aircraft. Carriers, some more targets, and you play British. You play British carriers, not just United States. Hermes class, Centaur cruise carriers. Some more campaigns. Dean Brown, as I said, he's the designer of this game, and he says right now this is pretty much his baby. He really liked the way it turned out, and he wants to do more to it. So we may see even more expansions to this. I'm sure we'll see a second edition on errata because there are things that need to be fixed. There you go. These are big too. These are big counters. These are 100. It cost me $185. I'll tell you exactly how much. It doesn't matter to me. $185 was how much the Kickstarter was. Actually, I'm sorry. Well, but $155 was the Kickstarter. $30 for shipping. So $185. It's not available for sale yet on DVG's website right now. Only Kickstarters are getting it. Although I was kind of late and a lot of people were late too. Brian Patterson in the chat is also waiting for his copy. His is now, I believe his is going to be, they printed his ticket. His is still waiting for his, but it was $185 total with the shipping there, Kirk. And it was worth it. That was a good price. That was a good price for something like this. I felt it was a decent price. Another reason why I grabbed it, because I do like modern naval combat. World War II is my favorite period in history, but I do like modern naval combat. I have copies of modern naval battles, that kind of thing. The old ones, as a matter of fact, the old 3W version of it. I've been told Blue Water Navy is really good. I had the Fleet series, the old 6th Fleet, 2nd Fleet, 3rd Fleet from Victory Games. I had all that. But the ease that this game looked, looked like it was going to be fun to play. And then the last thing to take a look is the Allies expansion, where you get some more ships. Allies. So it doesn't have to be just the United States, but they have allies here too. I'm hoping he makes another expansion for more enemy ships. I'd like to see more Soviet ships. I'd like to see some Soviet ships. I'd like to see some Chinese. I'd like to see some Korean warships, maybe Libyan warships and such. I'd like to see some enemy ships that were also not just Russia, but, part of the Warsaw Pact, because remember, that's what it was back in the day. Remember because back in the day in the 80s, it was NATO versus Warsaw Pact. So that's pretty much, what it was. I also have a copy of the Hunt for Red October and the original Hunt for Red October game. So here you get some allies, get some, here's a Japanese Hanakaze class destroyer. So you get some allied ships. New Zealand, Perth class destroyer here. No rule book in here. This is just extra counters. Some already popped out. That's all right. So already popped out. The one thing about DVG popping out the counters is the easiest thing in the world to do. It really is. It's the easiest thing in the world to do. They just pop out and they're done. They're already of just excellent quality. The next thing that the next Kickstarter for the Leader series is going to be Eagle Leader and Fulcrum Leader. So for those of you, yes, Brian Patterson, correct. Compass will be redoing the Victory Games Fleet series. If they do it, I will pick it up because I loved the Fleet series. I love the Fleet series. So if Compass Games goes ahead and redoes the Fleet series, and I'm hoping they do it in one package. I mean, don't go ahead and do 6th Fleet, 2nd Fleet, 3rd Fleet, 5th Fleet, 7th Fleet. Come on. Do the whole package. Just call it Fleet, whatever. Just call it Fleet and be happy with it. And you get all the counters, everything, all the maps, whatever. Don't do a 6th fleet and then a 2nd fleet. Don't do that. Just do it, do it that way. Just do it that way, and you'll be happy. And we'll be happy with it. So that is it, guys. That is an unboxing for Spruance Leader, the Cold War Fleet Combat Solitaire Strategy game. As I said, it is only available right now if you kickstarted it, but however, it is available from already other places like Noble Knight Games off of eBay and that kind of thing. Did actually get a copy of this, and it sold pretty fast. DVG has not said yet when it will be available on their website for purchase. I don't know yet when, but that's when. So for those of you who have not kickstarted, you just have to wait a little bit, and then you can pick up a copy of it. I suggest, as I said, picking up a copy of Spruance Leader, and I really recommend getting all the expansions. Just might as well. I'm pretty sure we're going to see a 2nd edition or a errata. That's the one thing I do like about DVG. If there is a major errata that needs to be done, they actually do errata packs, and that's pretty cool. So, so that's pretty cool. But I would like to see, but we'll probably see a errata or a 2nd edition because there are some mistakes, but they're really are relatively minor. And of course, you can ask Dean Brown, who created the game in the Spruance Leader Facebook group, and he'll be more than happy to answer any questions you may have. He's already, as I said, given out some. He's already posted some errata files to download and print. So, and as I said, here I am talking about the mistakes, but on the whole, this game just looks totally awesome. I'm really looking forward to diving into this. So hopefully maybe I can stream a game. Maybe in December. I doubt I'll be doing a stream before the month is out because I got to go through the rules. I do have to separate all the counters and such. I got to bag everything. I got to sleeve the cards. So I mean, I don't think I'll be. I'll probably stream a game in December, and that's what I want to do. I want to stream some Spruance Leader for December before, of course, I go back to Inside Pitch for January. And I want to get some other stuff on there. So, Jester, yeah, it's a lot of stuff to play with. It is a lot to do. It'll keep anybody busy. It's got very high replayability. And as I said, it's already getting excellent reviews as one of the best of the Leader series right now. And of course, a lot of people say that the B-17 Flying Fortress Leader is their best one right now of the Leader series. But a lot of people are saying the Spruance Leader will probably overtake it. So, and of course, they're coming out with Eagle Leader and Fulcrum Leader, which I would like it if he does Eagle Leader and Fulcrum Leader. If he somehow creates rules where it can be kind of like combined a little bit with Spruance Leader, because Eagle Leader and Fulcrum Leader, I know, same designer, Dave Brown. I asked him, I said, we can make it where if you play Spruance Leader and you got a dogfight, then maybe you can somehow have, or a target, maybe somehow use Eagle Leader or Fulcrum Leader to, play out that dogfight and then go right back to Spruance Leader. So kind of like Spruance Leader could be a big campaign setup. And then for the dogfights, you could maybe have Eagle Leader or Fulcrum Leader. I'd love to see him implement that. He is going to do a Stuka Leader, which is going to be the German version of Corsair and Zero Leader. So he's doing Stuka Leader, which is supposed to be probably released maybe next year. And there is talk of an Essex Leader now, a Spruance Leader version of World War II, something like that. Maybe Essex Leader, which if it is Essex Leader, probably be in the Pacific Theater because that's when the Essex carriers are really out there. They did have some in the Atlantic Theater, yes, as well, but he may do that. Other things I'm waiting on is waiting for yes, that's are the best in the air Leader series. That's exactly right. I'm waiting for another Kickstarter to kick in for Company of Heroes, the 2nd edition. Remember, I did show you guys a box that I did have here, I'm waiting for the 2nd edition to be launched, and I may try to stream that, although that game is huge. And of course, so I would like to see if I can get some other stuff. I want to do some Marvel Champions still, if I can. But these last 2 weeks, I really just wanted to take a break, rest the voice, give you guys a break from me because, come on. When I do an inside pitch, when I'm doing inside pitch, all right, for 3.5 months, you guys are turning into my games. 3.5, 4, was it 4 months? Yeah, 4 months. About 4 months. And what started 1961 and what in mid July, and I ended it early November. So about a good 4 months, you're turning into me. So I try to give you guys a break. Go watch everybody else. Although I do know you watch everybody else. Trust me. Al, Red Sox fan, Uncle Dave Gardner, Uncle Ron Juckett. They got thousands of followers. And of course they are the best at what they do. That is for sure. All right. That's enough for me. Well, guys, I just wanted to go ahead and show you unboxing the Spruance leader. Thought maybe if you're interested in it, take a look at it on the DVG website. It's not available yet. Buy them, at least, unless it's been kickstarted. But it should be available. But Brian Patterson says it could be this week. Maybe not. But check it out and, see what you guys think. And, take a look at it. Watch some of the videos that are out there for it. There's a lot of videos. Teaching videos. If I do a stream, it's not going to be a teaching video. It's just going to be, it's just going to be a battle video. I'm not going to teach the game because it's not like Inside Pitch where I can play the game slowly as my demo game, which we have for New Year's Day. But I'm not going to teach a game. I'm just going to play it. All right. So there are some good videos out there already. I think Dean Brown's got some videos. Hexton Countered has some good videos. Hexton Countered is out there. He's got some good Hexton Countered. I saw one from Zilla. I think Zilla Blitz is going to do one soon. I love him. I think Zilla Blitz is excellent. I've seen some of Zilla Blitz's videos, and and Zilla Blitz is really, really good. I got to give that man some credit. If you ever watch this, sir, you got a fan. So yes, Jeff, right? Jeff is also doing it. That's right, Brian. Jeff is also doing it. But yeah, but I don't know if Zilla Blitz has done this yet. I hope he does. I really would like to see Zilla Blitz do Spruance Leader because he is excellent. He really is. He may be my favorite, really, Zilla Blitz. He may be He made it so easy for me to learn how to play Tiger Leader and Sherman Leader that I really didn't need that much coaxing from him. He was just amazing. Zilla Blitz. I know who he is, right, Brian? You've seen Zilla Blitz's stuff. He is just excellent too at what he does. He really is. Well, as I said, guys, that's it for me tonight. Brian Patterson, ID Jester, Dwayne Martz, Philip Reynolds, Tony's Board Life, and let's see here, Sean 1113, Robert Bryant, Jeremy Brooks, and of course, Steeler Fan. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out of the, this isn't the stadium, so I guess it would be a movie theater or something like that. Please leave a like on your way out through the movie theater. Subscribe if you're not done so, and make sure you hit the dang bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. We'll see you guys again soon. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there. Please enjoy your turkey and enjoy the time with your family. And just everybody out there, just be good to each other and love each other as much as you can, with all the love, honor, and respect and friendship you got out there. Okay? We'll see you again, and we'll see you again next time. Spruance Leader, the Cold War Fleet Combat Solitaire Strategy Game from DVG Games. We'll see you guys next time. Happy Thanksgiving. Have a good night.